So you've seen the title, so I'm sure you're here and ready for me to break down this entire Phillip Paulwell story involving his baby mother and his 10-month-old daughter. No, you know what's a weird thing? I'm familiar with Leoda Bradshaw. Anyway, let's get into this story. Hey guys, I'm Dutty Berry and welcome to the Dutty Berry Show YouTube channel, home of the best pop culture reviews to keep you entertained and informed. Now, this is a story that has been dominating the local airwaves for about a month now. This has to do with Member of Parliament Phillip Paulwell, his baby mother Leoda Bradshaw, and the now deceased Sarayah Paulwell and her mother, Toshyna Patterson. Such a tragic story, devastating news, but you know, it took me a little while to process everything, but now I have some time, so I'm going to share it with you guys. So in early September, I saw this picture starting to make waves around social media. I saw it on Twitter, the picture of Sarayah and Toshyna, people saying that they're missing, and if anybody has any information or about their whereabouts, that they should bring it to the public. So it made the rounds now and all kind of things, and days ago by, I think a couple hours went by, me not hear nothing about it. So me I say maybe they went home and everything is okay. When out of the blue, we got some official confirmation from Phillip Paulwell, the child's father, and this is what he had to say. And quote, "This is scary and comes at a time when I have been threatened by scammers who have hacked my phone and banking data and are demanding money to release them." That is what Paulwell said. He went on to say that I have made it clear that I will not give in to extortionists, but this is a serious and dangerous development. The matter has been reported to the police and I have given a full statement. I have also increased my security measures, he said. Ooh. Then he went on to share that he was worried sick over the safety and that he hoped that the police would have launched a high-level investigation and will find the abductors so that the two people will be home safe and sound. Now, if you don't know who Phillip Paulwell is a long-serving member of Parliament. He's of the People's National Party and he's the MP for Kingston Eastern and Port Royal. So in that article in the Observer that was around September 11, this is where I mentioned say people are trying to, you know, threaten him, them are hacking to him personal data and information and they want money, but he is not giving in to that. When I saw this now, you know, I said, what the box foot this is happening, because so much crime, so much bangarang are going in Jamaica now, like why this reach on top of that? But you see, before Phillip Paulwell could have blinked him eye 2 times and bust a Miss Kitty Blank, Leoda Bradshaw, one of Phillip Paulwell's baby mother and what people consider out on the streets, the official wifey, she put out a statement on her social media removing herself from this. So Bradshaw reported to the Observer that her only interaction with Miss Patterson was through a brief Facebook exchange, right? She highlighted her concern for the missing duo and relieved to the Observer that she has shared all her information with the authorities and hopes that they will be found and returned safe. She even went on to disclose that in May, her 8-year-old daughter that she have with Phillip Paulwell started receiving some explicit messages to their phone and she started getting threats to her family.
Red flag.
But this is where the plot thickens. On the 5th of September, that is when Leoda Bradshaw found out about Phillip Paulwell's other baby mother, right? And that is when she decided to go and have a conversation with Miss Toshyna Patterson and go mention, say, hey, one DNA test need for go confirm, say, you are indeed carrying his child. And, you know, Leoda stated, say, hey, me no want a little bangarang, we have one nice little peaceful family and everything will be okay. I'm going to ensure say you get a little money and all of these things. So right there and then I said to myself that when did Leoda become like the official person of the estate? That she is the coordinator, as she are the main executor, she's the one overseeing all of Phillip Paulwell's affairs. That is what it appears, right? Then more time passed. At this point in time, it seemed like the PNP did kind of silent and people were still circulating the pictures trying to find out who actually took the missing persons, right? And out of nowhere now, Phillip Paulwell, he emerged, and I was very happy to see me. I said, okay, no, we're going to hear something. So he took to the House of Representatives, and this is what he said.
Despite the fact that we are nowhere closer today than we were 2 weeks ago at finding my daughter, Sarayah, and her mother, but I do feel the prayers, and it's prayers from hundreds and hundreds of Jamaicans who have reached out. And you know, in these times, sometimes your own faith can be weakened, but I can assure you, Madam Speaker, and indeed this nation, my faith is stronger today than it has been.
More time pass, I'll know we not hear nothing. And in Jamaica now, you know, you can't take no check, because when people missing, and if you make 24 hours pass, you know, this now look good. So my concern start for grow, the public concern start for grow, but luckily on September 15, we got some information that the JCF released that they actually had a person of interest, and that they were able to take this person off of an aircraft. Look like so the people them did try to go flee the country, them did try to live from Jamaica so that them can cover up all of them little nefarious type of activity. So you see, after that big lead, then days went by and there was just a hush heard in Jerusalem. I'm wondering what is going on behind the scenes, what it looked like so the JSF can't really put out everything, because they would have had to have, you know, been doing their thorough investigations, right? Then we reach October. The 6th of October came and we got a full update, like a proper update now, when the JCF released that they had 4 people in custody who had to do with the disappearance of Toshyna and Sarayah. You want to know what take the cake from in all of this? Is that the main person was a woman. The same woman by the name of Leoda Bradshaw that on September 11 put out a statement said that she had nothing to do with these 2 people being missing. Them time you know me, I said, Jesus P, no, like honestly, what the box foot is going on? Me I say, but this is somebody that I knew. This is, no, I'm gonna take not to prepare you for when you go through life now and you just watch news and you know, you watch news sometimes and you can detach from the stories but kind of really know the people them. But it's a different experience when you see somebody where you come cross, your life cross path with at some point in time when they are now a story. And like not one of the story them where they are the victim, but a story where they are the person being accused for something that is violent. Like it just, me don't know, like me not think not prepare nobody for that. So then a week after now, Leoda Bradshaw, the same US Navy petty officer, was officially charged with the abduction and murder.
As the JCF continues the investigation into the disappearance of Toshyna Patterson and her 10-month-old child, Sarayah Paulwell, from their homes at 3 Gilmore Drive, Kingston 20, on Saturday, September 9, 2023, I wish to inform the public that we are now satisfied by the overwhelming evidence secured that both Toshyna Patterson and her 10-month-old baby, Sarayah, were brutally murdered and their bodies burned and disposed of. It is one of the most painful investigations for the team since recent times. However, the team of investigators continue to be professional and remain focused. Charges in relation to the investigations have been preferred as follows. Leoda Bradshaw, 34 years old, petty officer in the US Navy. She was charged with 2 counts of conspiracy to murder, 2 counts of conspiracy to kidnapping, 2 counts of kidnapping, 2 counts of murder. Roland Lloyd Balfour, 30 years old, assistant graphic designer of 67 Commission Road, Kingston 2. He was charged with 2 counts of conspiracy to murder, 2 counts of conspiracy to kidnapping, misprision of felon. Roshane Miller, 29 years old AC technician of 1B Camperdown Road, Kingston 16. He was charged with 2 counts of conspiracy to murder, 2 counts of conspiracy to kidnapping, and misprison of felon. Richard Brown OC Ritchie, OC Gorilla, 31 years old graphic designer of 2 Campden Road, Kingston 16. He was charged with 2 counts of conspiracy to murder, 2 counts of conspiracy to kidnapping.
4 people, you know, 4 people were a part of this entire takedown. The 10-month-old Sarayah Paulwell, the 27-year-old mother Toshyna Patterson. Come on now, man. And so what is being reported is that Leoda found out about the baby on the 5th of September. The 6th of September, Leoda find her way to Jamaica. She quick and fast come to Jamaica now to go and meet Patterson, the baby mother, and decided to try for have a meetup, for have some conversation. And it's during that time Leoda Bradshaw would have met up with her cousin and they began to plot. She put up 500,000 as the payment, right? 100,000 down payment was made, and then the rest are paid on completion, right? So what happened is that they had to go and get Miss Patterson out of her house with the baby. Leoda show up there, managed to get her in a one car. The car go drive off, and Miss Patterson never came back with the baby. They end up a car to a different premises. They must go carry up a Stony Hill at some point. God, Jesus, P, man. Toshyna was shot, right? And killed. The 10-month-old baby suffered the same fate. Then after that, they were taken and their bodies were burnt. Like, what was the goal? Like, you come in and you do something like this, you go here, everything's fine. You are supposed to be the only queen to the throne. It's just so many questions, you know? Phillip Paulwell, was he completely unaware? Like, it's just so many questions that none of it just don't make no sense at all. And I think that is why so many Jamaicans became fascinated with the story, because it was just so complex. You look at Leoda, and Leoda is a beautiful woman. For bad to bad, she could have get any other man out there. You know, things that she could have so many options beyond the Phillip Paulwell. So even that, I say like, yo, what could have transpired? What claim to this territory she was fighting over, so? And then you go bring in family in. It's just messy. So I'm hoping that as this, you know, story, you know, unfolds, we'll hear more from Leoda, we'll hear more from Phillip Paulwell, and hopefully that can kind of give some bit of understanding in this very bizarre case. Because this come like one story with that Lifetime would have take and go make something out of it. What Tyler Perry would have take and make into something. Like, it just can't be real. I can't real something.
Some of us more try to understand what really I keep, yes.
And so now Phillip Paulwell has put out a statement. So according to Nationwide, Phillip Paulwell has condemned what he describes as unimaginable murder of his child and infant's mother. As a human being, father, lawyer, and legislator, I am hoping that all who were involved are brought to justice and punished to the full extent of the law. And of course, people just don't like the statement there, and understandably so. I think because this seems like a moment where Phillip Paulwell in this entire story, him just seemed void of emotion, and he's just speaking from the professional politician voice. And I think in a story like this, people are trying to feel some sense of like, put down this politician hat. Somebody's partner. Talk from that particular voice right now. And so I can't understand that, but I'm sure we're going to hear more. But all I have to say is just incredible job to the JCF and to the people who have been reporting. The bloggers, them have been at it. I have to big up Uno. They've really been on it. And it's just unfortunate. Like, that's all. Toshyna, condolences Toshyna's family. I'm hearing that she's actually a twin, so I can only imagine how her twin is feeling in this moment. It's just so unfortunate. And so, oh God, man, the 10-month-old, my mind just bip on the poor baby there, man. But burritos, let me know what are your thoughts on this case involving Leoda Bradshaw. Sound off, boy. It just still have my brain away. Just sound off in the comments, okay? But burritos, as usual, remember to like, share, and subscribe, and let me know of any other story out there that you would like me to cover. Take care until next time. Stay safe.